Good evening, Internet. Shroom here. Tonight I'm heading to MtGO to play some Pioneer, and it's time for part 3 of Simic ramp control, and this is the best version yet. So good, in fact, that I'm going to run it through a league and see how it does. Let's take a look at the list. So the concept behind this deck is pretty simple. We're trying to get extra mana onto the battlefield by ramping with Llanowar Elves and Growth Spirals, and there's this new card, Glimpse the Core, that came out in Ixalan, which is just rampant growth. For 2 mana, it's a sorcery. Search your library for basic forest, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. You don't really see this in Magic anymore. This effect normally costs 3 mana, but this is a 2 mana effect, so I want to try it out in this list, because it seems like it might be good. You know, it's cheap, it puts lands onto the battlefield, that's what we want. So we get extra lands and mana on the battlefield with our Glimpses, our Growth Spirals, our Elves, in order to play good overbodied for their mana value threats in green, like Werewolf Pack Leader, a 3/3 that can get trample and draws cards. Full playset of Steel Leaf Champion, big 5/4 beaters, can't be blocked by weenies, and of course Old Growth Trolls, which are just 4/4 tramplers that give you 2 trolls for the cost of 1 card, essentially, which are really magnificent. And with all the extra lands that we have on the battlefield, we're going to protect them with tons of counter spells, like 3 Spell Pierces, like 2 Tyvar Stands, which can also serve as Howls from Beyond, like 2 Decisive Denials, which are negates slash mana leaks that can also serve as a fight spell. I really hate this promo version of the card, but that's what Mana Traders gave me. And with 3 Repulsive Mutation, another relatively new card from Murzakarlov Manor that can just be counterspell in this deck. It's X, a green and blue. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, then counter up to 1 target spell, any kind of spell, unless the controller pays mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So this can put a bunch of counters on our dude, or we can just play it with X equals 0, and for 2 mana, 1 blue and 1 green, counter a spell. That's pretty good. Counterspell is a pretty good spell from what I hear. And we've got a couple of Brazen Borrowers just for a little bit of interaction. That's basically the whole plan. We're going to use our ramp to get our threats down early and protect them with counter magic until they can get there. And hopefully, our beaters will be solid enough that they will be able to seal out the game for us. Tireless Tracker is good in this deck because we're a deck that likes to put extra lands on the battlefield. This is a creature that really shines in games that go late. So I predict that our games are going to go late. We're aiming to win in like the mid-game, late mid-game. So we should have enough time and enough land drops to make this guy pay off with his clue tokens and getting those +1/+1 counters. +1/+1 counters. So that is the plan. This is refined down, pared down to this version, which is very low to the ground, and focusing really on 2 and 3 mana threats. Our curve tops out at 3. Our mana values average is like 2.1 or something. So there's 23 lands in the deck, which really should be sufficient, given the fact that we have such a low curve and that our, we got the Llanowar Elves, the Growth Spirals, the Glimpse, the Cores. We have a Boseiju for tech. We have a Lair of the Hydra also. And we have a, where is it? There's another creature land in here somewhere. Restless Vinestalk. Which can turn into a 5/5 plant for 5 mana. It's expensive, but it's a creature land that can help us close out games if we need it, and it provides our colors. Couple things that scare me about the list: it doesn't really have any card draw, so we're really relying on Growth Spirals. We're relying on getting clues off Tireless Trackers. We can draw cards off of Werewolf Pack Leaders. We've got a couple of Scries in our mana base from Hedge Mazes, but we don't have anything like a Memory Deluge or something to help us just draw extra cards. So hopefully that won't be an issue. Our Scries and our Growth Spirals and our incidental draws will be enough to keep the threats flowing. And once we stick a threat or 2, we should be able to protect it pretty well. Another thing that concerns me slightly is that we do have 4 lands that enter the battlefield tapped like all the time, basically. Sometimes Lair of the Hydra won't enter tap, but most of the time it's going to, honestly, realistically. So hopefully that won't be an issue and we won't get screwed over by tap lands. In the sideboard, we have an Essence Scatter, which is good against creature matchups, as well as a 3rd Decisive Denial, which is good against creatures and control. It's a negate, and it's a fight spell. Couple of Scavenging Oozes and a Soul Guide Lantern are there to heat out graveyards. Reclamation Sage, a 2 of, as well as 2 Tranquil Frillbacks. Can hate artifacts, enchantments, and graveyards. Tranquil Fillback can also just gain us 4 life, which is nice in aggro matchups. Speaking of which, we have a couple of Obstinate Baloth, which we can discard in Liliana the Veil matchups and gain 4 life. It's also good against aggro decks. It's a big body that gains us life. A couple of Thrun's Breaker of Silence are there against those control decks, and a couple of Damping Spheres are there against Lotus Field and Phoenix. So, matchups I'm concerned about, mono red. We'll see if we can how we do against mono red. A little scared of that. It's very popular right now. Hopefully we'll just be beefy enough that we can beat down their creatures and so that they don't have any threats left. Maintain our life total high enough that we don't die to the burn spells of the lands. And Phoenix is always a concerning matchup. You know, they're such a good deck. We have 4-ish, 5 kinda-ish pieces of Graveyard Hate, plus some Damping Spheres. Maybe that'll be enough. We'll see. One other slight concern is we don't have any Field of Ruin or Desolation Fields in our mana base, which normally I like to run as a 2 of, at least. But since we are so color-intensive early in the game with all of these green pips that we need to get down, I feel like we can't really afford to include that on top of all the other risks we're taking in our mana base with the tap lands. So that's the plan. Let's execute it. Let's ramp into some big green beaters, protect him, and win the game, riding on the back of Old Growth Trolls and Steel Leaf Champions. Let's get into a league and see how it fares. And if you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Our first match is against Dialkill. Will be on the play. We don't have any blue mana, but we do have a Steel Leaf Champion. I think this is a keep. We got 3 lands, we got a Tyvar stand, we've got a threat. Drawing a blue for Growth Spiral would be very nice. Opponent, would you like to play Magic the Gathering? Okay, they kept a hand of 7 as well. Thoughtseize. Well, our hand got a lot worse. Probably going to take Steel Leaf Champion. Yep. Let's draw a blue source. Hey, there's a blue source. Candy Trail. Alright, there's some kind of food action going on here. Discard 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. We will Growth Spiral. We draw Llanowar Elves. There's a Steel Leaf Champion. Well, I like playing Champ and protecting it with Tyvar's stand. So if we can fade this turn, it's pretty good. Pillage the Bog. Look at the top X cards, where X is twice the number of lands you control. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. So they look at 4 cards, put 1 into their hand. Alright, they're not killing the champ this turn, so that's a good sign. There's another champ. So I think I attack. Another champ is risky if they have a sweeper. What are the chances they play sweepers? Well, Tyvar Stan can still give one of them indestructible, so I think I will just run out champ number 2. Spelunking. They're a Lotus Field deck. Beseech the Mirror, okay. For Scape Shift. So they get 3 lands. Gingerbread House, Mystic Sanctuary, Lotus Field. Mystic Sanctuary puts Beseech back on top. Alright, they have 5 mana floating. They sack their Lotus Field. Beseech. They only have 1 green mana remaining. Splendid Reclamation. Okay. So they're going to get 1,000,000 more mana. And they're going off. We'll see if they can actually pull it off. Doing something. Another Scape Shift. Pillage the Bog. Scape Shift gives them 4 more lands. The Echoing Deeps enters as a copy of Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary puts the Splendid Reclamation back on top. More Splendid Reclamation. And we'll see if they win the game at the end of this. I presume they do. I kind of forgot Mystic Sanctuary was a legal card in Pioneer. It's nowhere near as bad as in Modern, of course. More Splendid Reclamations. They've got to have, like, I don't know, Torment of Hailfire? Who knows what their win con could be? Mm-hmm. It continues. More Splendid Reclamation. They could just have, like, Thassa's Oracle or something. I don't know. I'm kind of lost track here. Pretty sure they can tutor whatever they want out of their library. You can cast something of mana value 4 or less. But they also have the Pillage the Bogs. Pretty sure they can tutor whatever they want out of their library with basically infinite mana. Which I would think would be enough to win on the spot. Just a Banefire, they're making red mana now. More Beseeches. Mastermind's Acquisition, okay. So here comes the win con. World Soul's Rage. X damage to any target. Okay. At long last, we have the win con. So let's go with Damping Sphere. Decisive Denial. I don't want to board in all of my graveyard stuff, but I will go for the Soul Guide Lantern. And I'll go for Reclamation Sage. The frillbacks are actually pretty good too. Possibly as substitutes for other stuff. I don't need Tyvar's Stand. I like Spell Pierce. I don't need Brazen. I'll cut a Brazen Bar. It can be good to bounce a Spelunking. Shave a little of this stuff since I'm bringing in other stuff. One more cut. It's always tempting to cut the ramp package, but it shouldn't be done really. Cut another tracker. Feel like I need my threats to be beefy from the get-go. Alright, I've got a decisive... I got counter spells, so I think I'll keep this. Alright, this turn I can get down a werewolf. Then I think I need to hold up counter spells. Because I don't want them to play Spelunking. Oh, they got a Fatal Push. Okay. I think I wait here. Okay, we gotta land on top. I wait here, hold up my counterspell, Growth Spiral. Then next turn I'll have 4 mana to Pack Leader and counter something. Pillage the Bog enters the exile zone, so it's plotted. Okay. Growth Spiral. They are forest. Okay, now we can Pack Leader and hold up a counter. Pillage the Bog. Well, that's happening. Thoughtseize. Well, we make him tap out this turn. Because otherwise they can play their Spelunking. And I'll need to top deck something. Yeah, I'll play my troll. I'll bluff like I might have a Spell Pierce or something. But I think if they have it, they just have it right here. Another Pillage the Bog plotted. And another Candy Trail, okay. I'd like to draw like a counter spell. Repulsive Mutation. Alright, they don't have Spelunking. That's a good. Or Damping Sphere would be a good draw. Alright, we do get to draw on our attack step. Decisive Denial. That should be good. Alright, Botanical Sanctum is tapped, unfortunately. So they gotta win right now through a Decisive Denial, or kill one of our guys. Pillage the Bog, uh-huh. Spelunking. Counter it unless you pay 3. Just hope this is enough. I'm not sure it will be. They let it go. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good sign. Abrupt Decay my troll. Sure. They're out of cards. So I can just attack for lethal. That's 5. Okay, so I think we just gotta do that again. So, this is a 1-lander. We've got elves and counter spells. But it's a 1-lander. I think it's a mulligan. Too risky. This hand is terrible. I really wish I kept that first hand now. Okay. This is what we got. We'll bottom. Yeah, this isn't good. Bottom a lair. I don't know. Hinterland Harbor? Or one of our 3-drops. Actually, it's a werewolf and a steel leaf. Well, yeah, I think we're just doing that. Alright. Candy Trail, sure. So I don't tap out here. I'll just play my breeding pool. There's no reason for me not to shock that, really. Just to bluff that I have something. Because my life total doesn't matter. When they go off, they just win the game. Okay, they have kind of a slow draw, too. That's good for us. So let's play our pack leader. Fatal push, okay. Alright, they're cracking their candy trail to draw a card in game 3. We get another food. Reclamation Sage. I don't think I blow up their food. I think I just play my champ. And continue holding up Spell Pierce. Abrupt Decay. Okay. Sentinel. That's pretty good. Underground Mortuary on top. They just drew it off the Explorer. That is good. So we need something to answer it. Botanical Sanctum. Alright, let's play our tracker. Play a land. Get our clue. They're gonna attack and create a map. Okay. We'll take it. Hidden Necropolis on top of their goes into their hand. Fatal Push. Yep. Can't stop that. Gonna have to Spell Pierce that. Alright, we got a troll. They gain some life. They have 4 cards in their hand. How do they have so many more cards in their hand? They explored a bunch. Okay, more Fatal Pushes. Echoing Deeps goes into their hand. Alright, we're gonna get back our troll. Oh, it has to tap to do that. I didn't have an untapped forest. So I guess I'm just cracking this clue. Hedge Maze. And an elf. Spell Pierce. Is Spell Pierce gonna be good? It might be. It might actually be good. Go ahead and just play my Lanoir as well. Maybe that's a bad idea. Should have made him think that I have 2 possible interactions. They're spelunking. Take it. So we probably die here. They had it. Spelunking. Did they bin spelunking or to leave it on top? Oh, we get to untap? What do they do with spelunking? Reveal spelunking. Puts +1/+1 counter. Oh, so they milled it, right? Yes. So let's make our troll. Let's Rex Sage the spelunking. And I think I just stay back. I will double block the Sentinel. And Necropolis is going to discover a spelunking. Jeez, that's pretty lucky. Fatal push my troll. Okay. This one Sentinel is just gonna kill me. I'll just take it, I guess. Cannot deal with this Sentinel. Map reveals Overgrown Tomb, goes into their hand. Yeah, this isn't going well. Steel Leaf Champion. Okay. There is something that can trade with the Sentinel. Abrupt Decay. Wow, opponent has the removal. Well, I'm gonna start blocking. They revealed Duress. And they bin it. Decisive Denial. Would have been nice a little while back. Now it's not really doing much. Can help counter something along with Spell Pierce. Opponent has 4.5 minutes to win. Another Abrupt Decay. Wow. Wow. Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, I think in this game, we got a bit hampered by our lack of card advantage pieces. So their Sentinel's a 6/7 now. Man, opponent had all the removal. I guess that kind of explains why they're not comboing off, you know, because they're like, they boarded out a bunch of combo pieces for all the fatal pushes and abrupt decays. And the Sentinel is a great sideboard card for them. Okay, that's game. GG's. Well, we got game 2. That was an interesting deck opponent was playing. Alright, round 2 opponent is Tolarian Prodigy. Will be on the play. I don't like their Dovin avatar. That kind of makes me think blue-white control. Gigantha. So they're probably mono red. And this is not a keepable hand against mono red. I mean, our creatures are good against them, but it's a one-lander. If we lose the elf, we lose the game, pretty much. So we can't risk it. This is better. Because we have beefy dudes. We get Decisive Denial, so we'll keep this. And bottom. Oh, these cards are all good. One of our lands. We can top deck a land. Right? The tracker's a little slow, so I guess I could have bottomed that. But we can draw a land in the first couple turns. Thoughtseize? Okay. So it's not super aggro. At least not the build that's going around the slick shot decks. Alright, they take my 2-drop. Play the card that they saw. Cauldron Familiar. Okay. So there's some kind of sack deck. Let's go with our champ. Brazen Borrower's good because I can like bounce a Witch's Oven and then counter it on the way down, possibly. Deadly Dispute, just gonna draw some cards and make a treasure. Fatal Push. Okay. Spell Pierce. Well, it sucks to play Tireless Tracker without a land to back it up, so I think I just hold on to my counter spells and step Brazen Borrower for a clock. Obnixilis. Can actually counter both of these. I can't counter the copy. So I'll just counter the one. I can't counter that, can I? No. I can bounce it, though. I'll lose 2 life. Bounce that, Obb. Werewolf Pack Leader. Again, I don't like playing Tracker with no land to back it up, so I'll just go for Pack Leader. We are a ramp deck, right? Where's our ramp? How come they have 5 cards in hand and we only have 3? Deadly Dispute, their treasure. Moloch-Tai Soul Ripper. Whenever it attacks, you may sack another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains a menace. It's a... Okay, it's a vehicle. Okay. Interesting. There's a Llanowar elf. I think I actually don't play it, though. If I don't play it, I can hold up my counterspell and end step play the Brazen Borrower. Or I could play it. Yeah, it's pretty likely I'm going to need to use this Decisive Denial, so I think I will play the elf. Another Mutavault, which is Oven. Well, I can't counter that, unfortunately. Unlucky Witness. Okay. Gonna sack it. Blood Tithe Harvester. Gonna crew. Well, I'm not gonna really get through the Harvester anyway. So I might as well just fight it pre-combat. Hedge maze. Okay. Here comes the tracker. Hedge maze. A forest is on top of our library. It's not bad. I think we're looking for more beef, though. So we'll graveyard that. They have the cat oven going on, so that's a clock. What did they exile? Claim the firstborn. What? The Akroan War? That's pretty bad. They've also got just a cornucopia of lands, including the Mutavaults, Ramanop Ruins. Claim the firstborn. Well, they don't have their oven untapped, but they probably have a decisive, something. Whatever. Deadly Dispute. Well, I'll take a big hit here. Okay, they didn't have Deadly Dispute. That's good. Old Growth Troll. I think I'll crack the clue. Another tracker. Attack with my tracker. Play a troll. Mayhem Devil. Alright, so we probably lose now pretty fast. We don't have any way in the main deck to gain life. A deck like theirs with lots of like small little moving parts is a little difficult for us game one, but I think we have good tools game two. They're empty-handed. Alright, I'll block the Harvester. Gonna ping my troll with what? What are you activating? Ramanop runes? Yeah. Oh, they're just pinging my face. And they can just get the cat back right now. Yeah, that's a silly combo. Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Oven. Okay. So let's get Essence Scatter. Let's get Reclamation Sage. Let's get Decisive Denial. Let's get Obstinate Baloth is good against Obb. Let's get Tranquil Frillbacks. Cut some stuff. Do I want Decisive Denial? Yeah, I think I do. I like it better than Spell Pierce. We're just gonna have to shave some of our stuff. Actually, I think the trolls are really valuable here. Maybe even Thrun is good. Thrun can't be the target of stuff. Yeah, I want Thrun, I want trolls. Steel Leafs, I don't really need as much. Tireless Trackers I can board out as well. Soul Guide Lantern can be good to exile the cat at an opportune moment. It's kind of repulsive mutation. We're kind of going down on creatures overall, I think. Cut a Glimpse the Core. I'll only go with one Thrun. And cut a Pack Leader. Got double Rex Sage. Is good against them. If they have just like aggro creatures, though, this doesn't do very much. I'll keep it. Cauldron Familiar, okay. We have Rex Sages for the oven, so that's not the end of the world. Glimpse the Core is a good draw. Oh no, I played the wrong land. I played the wrong land. I needed to play Forest there. Oh my gosh. That makes this hand so much worse. Oops. Oops. Man, that would have been a really good play. Well, we'll see how bad that screws me. Okay. Not at all, because I don't want to play my Rex Sage with no target. So I guess I'll just Glimpse the Core now. Mayhem Devil. Alright, there's a Steel Leaf Champ. That's a good draw. I'm going to play this land tapped. I have up Tyvar's Stand. So they have a creature land. Claim the Firstborn. Yeah, we'll stop that. Alright, Werewolf Pack Leader. So let's attack with our champ. Gotta start beating down. Play a Werewolf Pack Leader. If they Fatal Push it, I think I don't counter. Okay. Another Mayhem Devil. Let's counter that. And get a counter on our Werewolf Pack Leader. Deadly Dispute on the Cauldron Familiar. Sure. They sack a treasure to Fatal Push the Pack Leader. Okay. It's fine. Alright, now I wouldn't mind drawing some of my, like, Obstinate Baloth, Tranquil Frillback type stuff. I'm not running out of Reclamation Sage just as a 2-1 yet. Blot out, okay. Hinterland Harbor. Alright, we're totally flooding this game. Alright, I think I still hold off. Tranquil Frillback, Obstinate Baloth would both be good draws. Now they can fire up their creature land. They're not going to, though. That becomes a 2-3 menace. There's a Witch's Oven. They have another upkeep play? No. Okay. Rex Sage. Blow up the witch's oven. They deadly dispute it. And ping the Rex Sage, okay? Troll. More Mayhem Devils. Yeah, the Mayhem Devils are pretty hard to beat. Yeah, that's lethal, right? That's 4 Mayhem Devil triggers plus the Ramanop Ruins. Boo. Alright, well, we didn't get there. Again, I think the lack of card draw is hampering us. Too bad. Armstrong 36 is our opponent in round 3. I did used to have more Essence Scatter in the sideboard, but I kind of changed that around. Essence Scatter is a good spell in that last matchup. It would have been helpful, maybe, if we drew it. And this is a keep. Hedge Maze being tapped isn't the best. We'll go for a turn 1 elf. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and go for Steel Leaf. So they're on Dimir at least. Nothing? Okay. Well, that's good for us. Let's play this Hedge Maze. Brazen Borrower. I think we'll bin that. Attack with our champ. Do I play another elf? Yeah. Why not? They tap triple blue. Double blue. They're just gonna Shark Typhoon, okay. So they're just Dimir control. They go for a Fatal Push. Let's Tyvars that. Thoughtseize. Takes our counter spell. Another blue. So let's just attack with everything. We don't need our elf mana. Our opponent knows it. They're going to go for a shark. Totally fine. I'll trade an elf for a 1/1 shark. Narset. I don't really care about Narset at all, do I? No. Oh, it does shut down my card draw of Growth Spiral. It doesn't actually this turn. They reveal Fatal Push. There's the troll. Let's attack them. Fatal Push the elf, that's fine. Get him to 2. Reveals Shieldred's Edict, which they do have the mana to pay for Decisive Denial. Well, opponent. 5 cards in hand, one of which is Edict. Okay, they rejoined. So if they Edict, I think we'll just let that go. We'll cast Brazen Borrower and hope that we can ride out the removal. Alright. Cast a Brazen Borrower. Confounding Riddle. Okay, so they counter it. Now they're gonna Edict my dude. Yep. Alright. They had double removal. Blair presents a lethal threat for next turn. Dropping a deduce. Cracking a clue. Gonna field my lair. Okay. Do they have a fatal push also? This actually isn't the worst. Because now if they push my troll, I can get it back right away. Cling to dust. Yeah, that doesn't save you. Oh, they have 5 life now. Growth spiral. Alright, let's attack them with our... No, not Narset. Attack them for 4. Days Undoing. That's okay. Shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. So I'm gonna draw 1 card. Do I want a growth spiral before they do this? Sure. Why not? Maybe I'll get a free land drop out of it. Well, might as well make him tap out. Gets countered. Deducing again. Deducing. Cracking their clue. Okay. Finally wore them out of removal. So this is easy, right? We want Thrun. We want Decisive Denial. Yeah, all our counterspells are good. Cut a Troll. No, I like Troll better than Steel Leaf Champion. A Pack Leader and a Tracker. It's another one of those one-landers where it's like, if we draw land, it's good. We do have a Glimpse the Core. We've got good threats. I think we keep this on the draw. Okay, we would really like a land next turn. Be lovely, or at least if for you not to kill our Llanowar elf. Okay. There's land. So let's Glimpse the Core. Play an untapped land and elf. Alright, now we're in good shape. Now we can play our 3-drops and hold up counters, which is where we want to be. Alright, let's start with Steel Leaf. Kalidas. I could counter that. Or I could just fight down Kalidas. They gain life. I think I'll counter it. Nah, I think I'll fight it down. That's fine. They do gain 3 life, but what can you do? Kalidas is too little. Disconnected again. And reconnected. Man, Moto is so janky. Draw is Werewolf Pack Leader. Okay, I think we want to attack with our Steel Leaf Champ. Possible I should have played the Pack Leader instead of the Troll, so that I could start drawing cards. Opponent has nothing here. Okay. They can make a 3/3 shark. So I think I'll just attack with my chonkers. Blot out. With the greatest mana value. I think this is okay, actually. I'll just sack my troll. I can get it right back. Oh, it's exiled. Oops. I forgot that about the card. Okay. Well, maybe that wasn't the best choice. I forgot that about blot out. So let's go with elf and a pack leader. Narset. All right. That's fine. Means I don't draw off the pack leader. Mystical Dispute is their reveal. Don't really care about that. We could just attack for 11. I could actually hit Narset so they don't get another draw. One, two, three for the champ. I want to be able to counter a sweeper and pay for Mystical Dispute. So I'm probably not playing the Steel Leaf Champ here. So let's attack Narset with our Werewolf. Let's attack them. Attack them. Attack them. I don't get to draw a card. Blot out. Okay, we'll counter that. Grow our steel leaf a bunch. Oh. We could grow our steel leaf a bunch. The question is, do I want to play steel leaf number 2? I probably don't. Because I am fearing a sweeper. So we'll grow him some. We'll represent like a spell pierce. Alright, their hand is Mystical Dispute plus 3 unknown cards. They're at 4. This looks like it. No, it's not double black. Extinction events. Naming odd, no doubt. Okay. Sure. So we keep our pack leader. Attack with the werewolf. And we know where they're holding a mystical dispute. So I think we just pass. Oh, I could have just activated my... I'm so dumb. I could have just activated my werewolf there and killed him. I forgot that it can do that. Oops. Narset finds a fatal push. I might have just lost the game. Yep, you can do that. Hedge maze. Put a troll on top. Let's cast a Steel Leaf Champion. There's the Mystical Dispute. Alright, we got 2 trolls on the way. Reveals another fatal push. Also, if I had not attacked Narset, they would just be dead now. They're gonna make me draw and discard. Draw, I don't do that because of Narset. Yeah, I screwed up so bad. Oh man, I can't believe it. Oh, I screwed up that tap too. I could have left my force untapped so that if they kill the troll, I can get it back right away. Oh man, I'm playing so bad. Well, we see. We may snatch defeat from the jaws of victory here. Yep, there's the Field of Ruin. Hey, that's actually not bad for us. There's the Fatal Push. I could try to get my troll back right now. If they have another Fatal Push. Cling to dust on my troll immediately. Okay. Thrun. Spell Pierce. So they can just make me perpetually discard my hand. Yep, I think we can concede here. Alright, that is obnoxious as heck, but I had 2 separate chances to win that game and just failed. So that is on me, and that shouldn't happen again. Is there anything they want to change? I don't think so. Let's run it back. Can we get a good draw? It's a pretty good draw. Double hinterland harbor with no forest is pretty awkward. But I'll get there eventually. Forest of some kind. Thrun. That's a good card. Alright, let's go with our pack leader. Being punished by our mana base here. Edict. Well, that's one less edict that can hit Thrun. Alright, let's go with a troll. Tyvars, good draw. I actually don't even have a forest to put the troll on right now. Just cycling a Shark Typhoon? Sure. Untapped land? No. Attack with a troll. I'm gonna leave up protection for my dudes. So I don't want to tap out for Thrun this turn. Let's go Tireless Tracker. They want to counter. I'll spell pierce that. Might have been a mistake. Go for the throat on the tracker. Blot out. Okay, removal, removal, removal. Well, I'm glad those sack effects are out of the way. No more edicts, no more blot outs, please. Making another shark, or just cycling? Upkeep. Nothing. Alright, let's go with Thrun. They chump with their shark. Sure. Here's a champ. Be real bad if they have extinction events. Deducing. Cracking their clue. Let's Tyvar's our Steel Leaf champ. They negate our Tyvars. Okay. They kill our champ. They live... they're just dead, because I can activate my creature land now. Whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay, we got him. Well, we made it look a lot harder than it should have been. That should have been over game 2. But in game 1, definitely, we got to see the deck do what it wants to do. It got 3 drops on the table early with counterspell backup, and that's exactly where we want to be. And we got there against Dimir control. DB underscore Connor underscore man 11 is our opponent in round 4. GLHF. We're going to be on the draw. And we will keep this. It's a good hand. We've got a turn. I think I'll go for Elf turn 1. Alright. Aggro white. This should be okay for us. We should be able to handle this. Thalia. Alright, well, since our non-creature spells are going to be extra mana anyway, Decisive Denial. I feel like I wanted Decisive Denial. Let's play a Pack Leader. Dauntless Bodyguard. They scoop? Okay. They don't like Werewolf Pack Leader. Alright, well, let's bring in Essence Scatter. Probably don't need Spell Pierce. Decisive Denial is probably better. And Repulsive Mutation... Yeah, I don't know. You just bring in more beaters. Scavenging Ooze is probably going to be good here since stuff is going to die. Go down 1 Repulsive Mutation. I've got Breeding Pools and Elves, but I've got no threats. I actually think that's a mulligan against them. We need chonkers. All right, we got some chonkers here. We got a steel leaf. We've got a scoos. We can keep this bottom. I think decisive denial is going to be good. Yeah, they say they misclicked. Let's bottom what? Tyvar stand? These are both very good spells. But I think Tyvar stand is gonna be it. Recruitment officer. They are Sanctum. Coppercoat Vanguard. So they're just humans. Parmaroni? Sorry if I got that wrong. Parmeron, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing good. So here we want to just play our scavenging news, probably. And I think I'll trade it for the recruitment officer. It would be really good in the late game, but we're getting beat down. Fatal push. Alright. This guy exiles my graveyard. Sacrifice them. Humans become hexproof and indestructible to the end of the turn. Okay. We got some humans. Alright, let's just play a champ. Dire Tactics. Alright, well, they got a pretty aggressive draw on the play, so we're actually dead here. Nice. Okay. So do we want to change anything now? Maybe just a couple more chunkers, like Obstinate Baloth seem good. Thrun. Thrun actually seems quite good against them. And maybe a Spell Piercer too can come back. One Spell Piercer. We've got the Decisive Denials. So let's shave a little bit here and there. See, I think I'll cut an ooze. Bringing in these big boys. I feel like the trolls are always just better than the champions because you get 2 creatures. Got 3 of those, 4 of those. Cut the trackers. We've got mana and ramp, but we have no creatures. That's a mulligan. Alright. This isn't a great draw, but I think we'll keep it. bottom Thrun, probably, because he's expensive. This is not a good draw. But it's better than in a random hand of 5, I'm pretty convinced. Their deck is definitely one that we are not good against. Like a go-wide deck like theirs. Like them or Elves or like Merfolk. Not that Merfolk is like a Pioneer deck, but decks of that nature, we will have a hard time with. I think I'll go for Elf number 2. Play my Hedge Maze. Scavenging Ooze, we'll keep that on top. Thalia's Lieutenant. That's pretty sad, Thalia's Lieutenant. It's gonna grow. Let's play our tracker. Play this land. We'll shock it. Get a clue. Vault. Lieutenant attacking. So I guess their plan is, well, who knows what their plan is? To fatal push me? Which I can counter, that's fine. Iganjo. Okay. Sure. That's fine. So tracker's down. Let's draw a card. There's a counter spell. Let's play a Scavenging Ooze. Hold up, double counterspell plus activation. Connorman. Adeline. Could actually counter this. I think I will counter it. Blue. Blue, green. Yeah, let's do that. Give us more food. Alright, hope they don't have Fatal Push here. More land. Well, that's not really what we're looking for at the moment. So let's just swing out with our team. Hold up. Decisive Denial. Fatal push. Alright. Before that happens. Fight down Thalia's lieutenants. Probably. Because my elves aren't going to be able to fight anything. We're out of cards, though. That really sucks. And then eat Thalia's lieutenant and gain a life, I guess? I only have one Scooz in my deck right now. And I draw land. Man, this is not good. I need threats. I need stuff. I don't need lands. I can't attack into that Mutavault. Essence Scatter. That's something. Recruitment Officer. Definitely gonna scatter that. Because it can draw more cards. Hedge Maze. Find us something, please. Please. Tyvar Stand. No, that's not what we want. Need beaters. Alright, they're activating the Mutavault. The Dauntless Bodyguard. Naming the Mutavault. Okay. More Llanowar elves, not what we want. Any good threats? Old Growth Troll. Okay. Exile target creature. Yep. They have the exile ready to go. Graveyard Trespasser. Growth Spiral. Please find us something. Sure, we'll put our forest. Probably should not have done that, actually, but whatever. Do you have another dire tactics. Get lost. Put the troll there. More graveyard trespassers. Well, looks like they're going to make an attack. Just going to attack for 2. That's fine. We'll take 2. Spell Pierce. Alright, Troll, Explore. Gets me a land. Troll, Explore. Decisive Denial. No, we'll leave that on top. Play our land. So if I attack, they could double block with Graveyard Trespassers. They'll keep 1. They're gonna flip. They're gonna flip because I haven't drawn cast a spell. I don't think there's anything I can do about that though. So really, it's better to attack, I guess. Exile up to 2 for each creature exiled this way. Drain for 1. Yikes. Well, I can maybe kill 1 if they block. They probably won't, though. They'll probably just take 5. I think that it's best to wait, because I do have a Decisive Denial coming. So, I can block 1. There's a Fatal Push. Alright. Yep. Vault. And yeah, we're gonna lose this game. We're gonna lose this game. card on top is Decisive Denial. Which is not what we're looking for. Yeah, that basically does nothing. Copper Coat. Graveyard Trespasser does its thing. Yeah, I don't think I have a draw that gets me out of this. We'll see. We'll see what I draw. Block. I guess they know I have this, so might as well use it. And we just draw land. Alright. Well, GG's. Their deck is what we don't want to face, a go-wide deck. You know, Humans is a good deck, actually. And I like their build, it's really cool. Final matches against Lawn Master. Their Thriving Otter. Be on the play. GLHF opponent. Kahira. So they're blue-white control, most likely. Awesome. Love fighting blue-white control last match. I think this is a keep. We got lands, we got threats. Got some ramp. I'll keep a Spell Pierce on top. Alright, no turn 1 Thoughtseize. I appreciate it. So I'll go Sanctum, hold up Spell Pierce, and then Growth Spiral EOT. So they're not blue-white control. Well, that's good. Are they actually like some form of elemental deck? Oh, I misclicked. I didn't put the land onto the battlefield. Oh, man. Why am I so bad at this game? I'll just run out of 3-drop. I should have Spell Pierce up here, but I don't. Because I decided not to play a land with my Growth Spiral. Pillage the Bog entered the exile zone. Okay, is this another combo-y deck, it looks like. Alright, let's get in with Steelio. And I'm not going shields down. I think I do play this Hedge Maze. Another Tireless Tracker. That's what we'll draw off of growth spiral here. I don't think we want another tireless tracker. I think we're good on tireless trackers. Yep. Pillaging the Bog. Is this another spelunking deck? Doesn't look like it. You got to look at the 6 cards. Heartless Acts. Let's Tyvars. Alright, Growth Spiral. I actually don't want to play this Yavimaya Coast. That was intentional this time. This time, of course, I'd top deck a land. So let's attack with the champ. Tireless Tracker. Make our land drop. Deadly Cover-Up. We'll Spell Pierce that. They scoop. Okay, so removal along with plotting. Not really sure what's going on, but I think I want Decisive Denial. And I think I'll cut a Brazen Borrower. And this is a good draw. Alright, let's go with our elf. Question is, do I turn to Steel Leaf? I think I do. Fatal Push. Alright, go. Pillaging the Bog. Sure. Growth Spiral. Do I want to play my champ or do I want to wait? I think I want to wait, see if I can Growth Spiral another land, and then play it when I have mana. Last Zone. Pillaging the Bog, okay. Sure. Looking at the top 8. Another pillage the bog. Alright, let's growth spiral. We draw Werewolf Pack Leader. We don't have a land to play. I checked. Tireless Tracker. So awkward. I think I'll play the Pack Leader. So I can hold up Spell Pierce. Here comes another pillage. Oh, they have it plotted, so they can do it whenever they want to. Thoughtseize. Okay. Takes Spell Pierce. The end. Are they just like extraction.deck? They might be. They only have 2 cards left in hand. Alright, let's go Tireless Tracker. Get a clue. Seasons Past. Return any number of cards with different mana values from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. So they're getting back the end. Thoughtseize. Turn the whatever. Thoughtseize, Pillage the Bog, the end. Blue Source is good. Alright. So now I have double counter spells available. Which is nice. Duress. Let's counter this unless you pay 3. They let it go. Thoughtseize. Let's just counter this and get a counter on myself. Why is this Thoughtseize still on the stack? Oh, what? Did I not click on the Thoughtseize? Give me a break. Jeez, that is stupid. That is so dumb. What? I've been doing it right this whole stream. Old growth troll. The end. Exile target creature. So they're the exile everything deck, and this shouldn't be working, except that I am a terrible Magic player. I can't believe I didn't counter that Thoughtseize. Alright. We'll shame scoop here. That really should have been our game. Alright, we'll bring in the Thruns. We'll bring in Obstinate Baloth. If they're running Lilianas. Let's do something like this. We've got stuff. It's stuff they can just kill, but I don't think we want to mull against a Thoughtseize deck, right? So we'll keep it. Come on, dudes. You can do it. Get us there. Hedge Maze. We don't need a forest. Let's go. Probably just Pack Leader, I guess. Fatal Push. Let's play an Elf. Glimpse the Core, I guess. We're down to 2 cards already. Ugh. Opponent has 6 cards. Pillage the Bog. Let's play our champ. I should have attacked for 1. Play our land. Languish is going to kill our board. Yep, nothing I can do about that. Decisive Denial. I don't know. I can attack with my lair for 2. That's not really that appealing. They can't really do that much to me if I don't have creatures, though. I guess I'll do it, because I have literally nothing better to do. The only other thing to do would be to hold up. Hold up a counter for, like, Liliana. Which might be a great thing. They fatal the field. Ugh, yeah. Alright, we probably just lose to Liliana now. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I should just hold up that counter, but I didn't. Well, I don't like where we're at. They have 2 cards. They have a Liliana on 5. Probably just a scoop if they kill my elf here, which they do, of course. They have the Bog plotted. What could I draw here that would be good? I mean, I guess it's not the absolute worst. Dark Petition. Alright, I'm satisfied. So, we again punted that way to defeat in that game. That Thoughtseize, it should have been countered, and then we would have had 2 threats to win that game too, so... Unfortunately, we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, and we pick up a 1-4. Could easily have been a 2-3. But, anyway, such is MTG. Okay, so my opinion about Simic ramp control in Pioneer, this version of it. I like it. I think it's fun. It has some weaknesses. I think the most glaring thing that it needs is some card draw. Like a couple of memory deluges, or I don't know, even like impulses. Something to like help you find the cards you need in the early game. I prefer card draw pieces that actually build up card advantage, such as, you know, I don't know, Quick Study, Behold the Multiverse, Memory Deluge, stuff like that. Anything that can just put some cards in our hand, let us dig a little deeper for the cards we need. Because there were many matches where we're just like, okay, we're top decking, you know, we need to draw a threat, and we just didn't get there in time. So that for sure. Yeah, I don't know about Glimpse the Core. It's cool. I like that there is rampant growth in Pioneer. It's kind of cool. It's probably a little slow and clunky in this deck, though. I probably would just cut those and go up to like 24 lands. Just go with growth spirals and elves as your means of ramping, which is fine. What you really want to do is like, ideally you want a 2-drop plus a spell pierce or a Tyvar's on turn 3, or 3-drop plus a spell pierce or a Tyvar's on turn 4, which we did get to see against Dimir control. But yeah, number 1, main board needs some card draw. Obviously, Simic is not really good at dealing with resolved threats. We don't have any way to kill creatures other than fighting them down with Decisive Denial, which costs mana. So in the sideboard, we have some problem matchups as a result, like the Rakdos Sac deck, for instance. Very mid-rangey decks of that kind, and also decks that go wide, like the Humans deck that we fought, that has a lot of creatures that get beefed up by, Lord effects, and put a lot of bodies on the battlefield. We can't counter them all, and we just get overwhelmed. So some pieces in the sideboard to help with that a little more would be perhaps useful. I always like Pithy Needle as a sideboard card. I could see how that we could make a couple of cuts for that. I think Essence Scatter is actually good against the mid-range decks, so maybe just adding another 1 or 2 of those to the sideboard. As far as like the go wide decks, though, that's a little trickier. I don't know what's good against that. There's like mass bounce effects, but those are all very expensive. Yeah, I don't know. I think you just bring in what Essence Scatters you have and just try to out beef them, really. Hope that your dudes are bigger than theirs and can beat them in combat. I think we're very good against the control decks. Like against Dimir control, it only went 3 games because I punted so bad in game 2, and that last deck we should have beaten. But again, I punted in game 2 at a pretty critical juncture that probably cost us that match. So we probably should have been a 2-3. But I think, yeah, adding some more card draw in the main is absolutely critical. Probably losing the Glimpse of the Core and adding 2 card draw pieces, maybe just 2 Memory Deluge, maybe 2 Quick Study, Behold the Multiverse. I don't know, something to let us dig for our cards and get more threats in our hand. And then a little tweak to the sideboard to make it better against mid-rangey decks. I don't know. And I probably would add some like Pithy Needles, just because that's a really good sideboard card that I think almost any deck should play in the sideboard. But I think the deck is fun. I think a good Magic player who wasn't, really tired and making a lot of mistakes could do better with it. But with those tweaks, I think it would be improved and could maybe get some more wins. So yeah, I think the starting place of this iteration of Simic ramp control is where we want to be with cheap threats. Top out at 3 in the main board. Just try to stick the turn 1 ramp piece, or or turn 2, so that you have one of your awesome 3-drops with counter backup by turn 3 or 4. I think that's like what you're aiming for with this deck, and this deck can do that. And when it does that, it's very good, as we saw a couple of times. Not as often as I would have liked. It has weaknesses, could be built better, could be played a lot better. But anyway, I had fun with it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did and you like off-meta, off-kilter MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Hope to see you in the next MTG vid. Have a good night.